It's about guiding people. Only way you can make the world better is if you make the people better. It's about showing them the light of hope in themselves and their family. Everything in this universe is all about synchronicity.
Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovational from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. And I push it. 1 plus 1 is 2. Be precise. 3 plus 2 is 5. Guard your mind. Me plus you is mathematician. Learn from the one numerator. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. Numerovational from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. And I push it. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. Numerovational from the king. Learn the foundation from the king.
No, it's not about reading, it's about guiding. I don't do readings, I do consultation because you should know yourself. As good as the back of your hand, you should know yourself. I want everyone out there to be clear that this is to serve you like a GPS serves you. Remember, each of us has guaranteed ourselves success. Be that magi family, be that magician, be that numerovational motivated force. It's about guiding people. Only way you can make the world better is if you make the people better. It's about showing them the light of hope in themselves and their family. Everything in this universe is all about synchronicity.
Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovational from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. And I push it. 1 plus 1 is 2. Be precise. 3 plus 2 is 5. Guard your mind. Me plus you is mathematician. Learn from the one numerator. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovational from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. And I push it. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovational from the king. Learn the foundation from the king.
No, it's not about reading, it's about guiding. I don't do readings, I do consultation because you should know yourself. As good as the back of your hand, you should know yourself. I want everyone out there to be clear that this is to serve you like a GPS serves you. Remember, each of us has guaranteed ourselves success. Be that magi family, be that magician, be that numerovational motivated force. Yes. Like I said, like I promised you, it's about guiding people. I'm here. Yes, today we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it nice. And people, I'm gonna put the Cash App and PayPal all in this thing here. Big up to my son who wrote that song, Numbers Are Simple. From a king.
1 plus 1 is 2. Be precise. 3 plus 2 is 5. Guard your mind. Me plus you is mathematician. Learn from the one numerator. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovational from the king. Learn the foundation from the king. And I push it. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numerovational from the king. Learn the foundation from the king.
No, it's not about reading, it's about guiding. I don't do readings, I do consultation because you should know yourself. As good as the back of your hand, you should know yourself. I want everyone out there to be clear that this is to serve you like a GPS serves you. Remember, each of us has guaranteed ourselves success. Be that magi family, be that magician, be that numerovational motivated force. How you feeling today, family? What's up? Yeah, that's my son, Brother Rich. That's my son. That is my son.
It's
You can
about
imagine he has his own studio also in New York City. So, Brother Rich, if you ever want a studio to work out with while you're in New York, you can also contact my son. He got a nice studio out there. He got three studios actually, but the one in Brooklyn is very nice over there in Bushwick Avenue. So big up to my son doing his thing. That's my son. He's the one that produced that song. Yeah, that's my son that produced, my oldest son that produced that song. He's the one that do that. And I love him immensely. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. So big up to my son who produced that song, Numerovational. Thank you, Brother Rich. Yeah, it's a beautiful song, man. That's a great song. Yeah, that's a beautiful song, Brother Rich. Brother Rich, I got your flyer, so I'm already starting promoting, man. I started promoting. Bang, look at that. Look at that. Brother Rich is here. Remember the gathering of the masters. I'll be one of the MCs. I think myself and Brother Rich gonna have a good time on this stage for 2 days. So we're gonna be in the building, family. So make sure y'all come on out. And it's gonna be happening after the award show. It's gonna be happening after the award show. Yeah. How long? I'll give you his number. I'll text you his number, man. He got great studio. He's doing some great productions. As a matter of fact, Rich, his team worked with Celine Dion, and Snoop Dogg already. Snoop Dogg, his team worked with them already. So they've been doing their thing, man. Him and Jeff doing their thing. So that's his studio right there, Green Studio. Very good sound booth. I recorded my my audio book in his studio. I recorded my audio book in his studio. So we're editing that. It's like 5 hours of work. So we had to edit that and keep it moving. So okay, whew, man. You see what I got on, right, Brother Rich? I can do magic. I can do magic. I've been supporting Brother Rich, and Rich has been supporting me for years, and him and I have been supporting each other. And because this show is a magical show, using our numerovational and mathematical birthright for guidance. Very important factor about this, family. Very important, why we need to learn to use our mathematical and numerovational birthright. And this is going to be Cash App and PayPal driven. Do not send any super chats. I want to see what I see immediately. All right. So if you want, I did pin the Cash App link and the PayPal link to the top of this chat. And of course, like I said, like it says, as you can see, you could circulate $4.44, $5.55. But in the description, as you're sending your PayPal or Cash App, please put your name and your birthday. Please put your name and your birthday. Please put your name and your birthday. The link is pinned on the top of the chat to the Cash App and the PayPal. You could choose which one you want to use. 44 444 555 666 777 888 1122 and up if you want. It's up to you what you want to share, but that's the only way I'm going to break down your numbers today. That's the only way I'm going to show you how your numerovational and mathematical birthright can guide you. So tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell your cousins. King Simon is on air, and right now it is June the 4th, 2022. June the 4th, 2000. When you add that 6 plus the 4, that adds up to a number 10. So let me show y'all something. One of my dear friends who passed on years ago, his name was Master Duncan. Master Duncan. He was born today. He passed on a few years ago. He was born June the 4th. When you add these two numbers here, in certain systems of numbers, it is called the pinnacle, your first pinnacle. But in certain systems of numerology, it's called the achievement number or the alignment number. So because it adds up to a number 10, interesting enough, one of my martial arts teacher, Master Ronald Duncan, I got to put Ronald Duncan, that's so people know he was the first person to bring ninjutsu to America. Interesting enough, His alignment number is a 10, which is a 1. And number 1 is he was the first ninjutsu. So his alignment number 1 suggests that he came here to do something first out of his family. He came here to do something first out of his system. I'm just showing you how it works. The man is born 6/4, June the 4th. So people that are born with alignment numbers, your personal number, the year represents something. Each one of them is reminding you. I'm telling every one of you, each one of the numbers connected to you is reminding you of your numerovational and mathematical birthright for guidance, whether you use it or not. If you choose not to use it, that's your business. Let me say that again. Some people have the frequency to be successful, but because of how they was taught, because they were scaredy cats, because their mama and their daddy hurt them, or because they wasn't promoted or shown the way, or they felt that they wasn't shown the way. Let me tell you something. The best thing that your mother and your father could do in your life is give birth to you or conceive you. At the end of the day, if your mom and your dad transitioned the day you were born, this don't mean that these numbers don't work. It don't mean that the astrology don't work. It don't mean that the cardiology don't work. It still works if you're willing to put in the work as you're growing in that foster care, whether you're growing under, it's still going to show itself. If your mother and father is not around and you both and both your parents died the same day you were born, these numbers will still work, whether for the good or the bad. That's what I'm trying to tell people. The astrology will still work for the good or the bad. The cardiology will still work for the good or the bad, depending on the individual and depending on the synchronicity of what your grandmother or your grandparents did with you while your parents was gone, or what the foster care did to you while your parents are gone, or what your aunt and uncle, how they may raise you while your parents are gone. The numbers are still significant. The astrology is still significant. Like I said, Master Ronald Duncan, the late great Master Ronald Duncan, old sensei, he transitioned a few years ago, but he was born with the alignment number, the achievement number 10, which is a 1, which is the wheel of fortune. And remember, those who study tarot, the wheel of fortune energy can go both ways. It says it in the books. It says, let me read it for yourself, because I like to read and show you better than I can tell you. I like to read and show you from older systems of numerology. I showed y'all this book before. This is Kiro from the 1800s, the early 1900s, one of the top numerologists and astrologers of his time. He says, the number 10 symbolizes as the wheel of fortune. It is a number of honor, faith, self-confidence, rise and fall of one's name will be known for good or evil, according to one's desire. So this number 10, if you have an alignment number 10 or born on the 10th month, or your birthday adds up to the number 10, or the month adds up to a number 10, guess what? It's going to show its face also. It's going to show itself also for good or for evil. Like the man said in his book, I got it highlighted. Right there. Self-confidence, you see it in orange. It's going to show itself. Every number, regardless of what you go through in your life. Like I said, if your mama and your daddy died at the point when you was born, these numbers will still work. No matter who's guiding you, whether you go down the positive road of all these numbers or the negative road of these numbers. Master Duncan decided to do it from a positive perspective. Growing up and training since he was 6 years of age. See, people don't even know. I know his history because I studied with him. You know? So it's important that you know these things. No matter what you're going through. Let me erase this. Because people are starting to send their... I'm coming to those people that are sending cash up and PayPal right now. Give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes. I'll be right there with you. I got time tonight. I got time tonight. Lot of mercy. I got time tonight. I'm gonna finish everybody tonight. Just give me a few seconds. Give me a few seconds. Let me just show people that when we do these type of modalities, we're not playing with you. We're here to guide you, and that's why it is called the numerovation. I'm here to motivate you with your numbers. Whether you want to turn it on or turn it off, it's up to you. Let me say that again. Whether you want to turn it on or turn it off, it is totally up to you. It's totally up to you. So I'm seeing certain people. All right, I'm seeing certain people. I see you. I'm coming to you, Lene or Lenee. I'm coming to you, Jesse. I see you. I see both of y'all already. I see both of y'all, but give me a few minutes. I'll come to you in the next few minutes. I see you. Remember, you got to circulate $4.44 and up, as you see on the screen right now. There's no freebies today. No freebies today. I do that every day. I do free breakdowns all the time. There's no freebies today. Either $4.44, $5.55, $6.66, $7.77, $8.88, $9.99, $11, $22, $33, $44, $55, $99. I don't care what you do. And let me preference this. Let me say something. If I don't get to you, I will do a full session with you, but I will just take off the price that you circulated through Cash App or PayPal, because that's all I'm accepting. I'm not accepting Super Chat. Please, no Super Chat. If you can hear me, put the number 1 in the chat. No Super Chat. If you can hear me, put the number 1 in the chat. What did I just say? No Super Chat. Only PayPal and Cash App. That's it. Only PayPal and Cash App. Let me put on my blue blockers. Stop playing. I want to protect my eyes while I'm doing this, because I look like I'm going to be up here for 2 hours. Look like I'm going to be up here 2 hours. Now, I'm going to come to those people. I got you already written down on my piece of paper here. I got Jesse. I got Lene. Let me make sure I got Lene. Lene is born August 28th. Powerful numbers. I'm going to tell you something about yourself in a second. Give me a second. Batman. Watch out. We're going to get it in. All right, let me put Lene right there. Okay, and she circulated $8.88. Thank you very much, Lene. I'm gonna put that right next to it too. $8.88, and let you know how I'm gonna deal with you. Let me put that over there. And let me see the other sister that circulated a person, not sister, maybe not a guy, might be a guy or a girl, but it's Jesse Garrett. I got y'all. Jessie May. Oh, it's a woman, huh? Jessie May. All right. Okay, you born the same day as Lauren Hill in 1949. I see it. We're gonna copy and paste that and put you over here. I'm gonna be coming to Lene and Jesse in a few seconds. So be patient, ladies. Be patient. I got you. Remember, circulate via PayPal and Cash App. Those are the fees that we're taking in. Those are the circulations that we're taking in. So let me show y'all something. Let's deal with Lene. Lene's birthday happens to be, Lene is going to be first since she circulated her Cash App. Lene's birthday is 1997. Very important, because each one of these frequencies means something. But because you only gave me $8.88, I'm going to just show you something. So when I, as the numerovator, wants to break down something for you, I go to the alignment number, which is 8 plus 28, which equals 36. So the lesson, because the birthday not only reveals the alignment and the personality and the wisdom of the cycles, but also it reveals the lesson that one came here to learn. There goes the number 10 again. I just broke down the number 10. And when you add it to the 1997, that equals 2033. 6, that means your life path is an 8. And when you add, this is very significant also, 1997, when you add that, plus the 9 plus the 7, that equals 26. Again, 26 and 8 shows up. And 8 is very significant in her chart, as we can see. Look at these things, because one thing about people that does numbers, we look for the patterns, cycles, and sequences. Let me say that again. Patterns, cycles, and sequences. We look for all of those things, patterns, cycles, and sequences. That's what we look for. So if I see a whole bunch of 8 already, Lene, it's letting me know that money can be a problem if you don't have discipline. Let me say that again. Money, because these are the money frequencies, can be a problem if you don't have discipline. And because your alignment number or your achievement number or your first pinnacle, and the first pinnacle is also strong about when you in your formative years, when you was younger also. So because the 8 plus the 28 adds up to 36, which is a 9, 9 says that you may have had problems finishing what you start. You have to finish what you start. When you start something, you can't start and stop and second guess yourself, because 22 plus 8 plus 10 equals 1. The negative of the number 1, the negative of the number 2 is second guessing yourself. So I'm looking at the patterns that you can attract to your life from a negative perspective as well as a positive perspective, because my job as a numerovator is to motivate you to overcome those challenges of being undisciplined, because like Socrates says, the undisciplined life is an insane life. Let me say that again. The undisciplined life is an insane life. That was said by Socrates many years ago. So if these are numbers of discipline, and you might be afraid of this, you might not want discipline. Okay, cool. But if you want to get somewhere in your life, you have to be disciplined. Everything takes discipline if you want to be successful in this realm. This is the learning realm. And because 8 keep on showing up, 88 keep on showing up. When I see 36 now, the 3 and the 6 deals with the need to express yourself, and the 6 deals with the need to find balance. And according to cosmic numerology now, another study, according to cosmic numerology, when you have 9 at that point of your life, or certain points, but specifically in cosmic numerology, that number 9 says that this is your last exam in this realm. What I mean by that, I mean, if there's a such thing as reincarnation, you don't want to come back and do this again. Let me say that again. Anyone that has a 9 as one of their alignment numbers, whether you're born, let's say you were born January the 8th, whether you was born October the 8th, whether you was born February 7th, when it shows up here, according to certain systems, because 9 is the number of completion and endings, more than likely this is your last exam here on Earth, according to cosmic numerology. Some people says, if it shows up over here, this is your last, but it says that you're also in the 8th cycle of your life existence in this realm, when you also see the life path that adds up. Very interesting science. But because you're born in the year of 1997, that adds up to a 26, and 26 says you have a problem sometimes from the negative. You have a problem, and sometimes in making decisions. But also, that number 26 is a very interesting number, because it as you're getting older, you're realizing that sometimes you have to be very careful of bad speculation, bad partnerships, bad unions, and bad advice. And because you're born on the 28, which is known as the divorce number in numerology, you got to be very careful who you allow in your space, because that number 28 is the number of great promise and possibilities. But it also indicates loss through trust in others and opposition in competition, And sometimes you might have to start the road all over again when you're born under number 28 if you didn't have compassion about what you do and if you didn't have discipline that led you to be successful in whatever you do, because this is the wheel of fortune energy, as long as you're not second guessing yourself. My dear, I hope that helped you a little. I'm talking to Lene. I hope that helped you a little. Lene said, you're right on with discipline. I've been saying for years it's what I need to focus. Yeah, baby, it's there. I mean, the numbers don't lie. It's there, Lene. I'm trying to tell you. It's there. I see too many eights, and those are the disciplinary numbers. And I didn't even go to your name yet. And because you got a lot of number fives in your chart, you're scattered all over the place. The N is a number 5. The E's, the double E's are number 5. Matter of fact, the double E's are 55. And then you have Brianna, which is a double N. You got more 5. So the 5 energy in your name sometimes scatter you all over the place. When you got scattered brain, the monkey mind is all over the place. When the number 8 in your lesson plan, this is your lesson plan. Your birthday is your lesson plan. Boom, guess what? The number 8 is saying discipline, find order, structure, dot all I's, cross every T in what you do. I hope that helped you, my dear. I hope that helped. I'm going next to the next person. Go to the next person that circulated some finance. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. You're welcome, Lene. You're welcome. You dear. Don't get your little ass disciplined now. Stay focused. Get focused. Everything, Lene, while I'm saying stay focused, I'm saying it like that because everything is learnable. You can learn how to be disciplined. You can learn and when you do want to be disciplined, think about this, Lene, before I move on. I want Lene to think about this. When you want that dress, when you want that pair of shoes, you work hard, you do what you got to do to go get the money so you can buy it. That's a form of discipline. So apply that to yourself on a consistent basis because your numbers are telling you to do it. And you're going to realize this as you get old because the year frequency always starts kicking in towards you as you're going into your 40s and your 50s. That's when the year frequency has its power. Remember, the year, the month, the day, and the year has different powers at different intervals of time, but they still can be activated anytime you want because numbers are here to guide you, not control you. Let me say that again. Numbers are here to guide you, not control you. Okay? I just want people to recognize that. So, let me go to the next person that circulated some great funds. Hold on, let's go to Jessie May. Jessie May, that's like Johnny Lee. That's like Carrie Ann. That's like Carrie Lee. You know that you got to say Jessie May together. I know what this is. You got to say Jessie May together. I understand. That's an old school name, Jessie May. Hey, Jessie May, how you doing? Hey, Carrie Ann, how you doing? Hey, Johnny Lee Youngblood. You know what I'm saying? Those double names are funny. Now she's born the same day as the as the great Lauryn Hill, Pam Grier. Those names come up when I see that name. So she's born 5/26/1949. Now, what's so interesting about that is that her birthday just passed. Happy belated birthday. And when you look at what year what cycle she's in from another aspect of numerology, when I take away the 149, the 1949 from, that means this lady is 75 years of age. She's 75 years of age. However, she has been in her wisdom cycle since her 53rd birthday because the wisdom cycle is connected to the year that we're building. And as you're getting older, this cycle of this year gets more stronger. This is the one that opens up for everything for you to reflect, to share your wisdom. Just want to show you different styles of the numbers. So because the wisdom cycle lasts for 28 years, when you add 53 plus 28, that equals 81. So you have until 81 years of age to reveal your wisdom, to reflect on things that you didn't always wanted to do. And because the 1, the 9, because the 1, 9, 4, and 9, when you add that together, that adds up to a number 23. That means right now you're in the cycle of, on the negative, be very careful allowing people to get on your nerves. Don't allow people to get on your nerve, because the number 5 is a nerve number. But also the number 5 is a insomnia number, where right now, as you're getting older, because of your spiritual things that you're going through now, you might be finding it hard to sleep. And that can get on your nerves. So you got to learn to meditate. If you're not going to sleep, then sit up and do a meditation and work in between the realms, because the number 5 is the number of flexibility. And because you are in your wisdom cycle, this is a good time in your cycle to do some writing, do whatever you always loved to do since you was a child. I don't care if it's horseback riding. I don't care if it's traveling the world. Number 5 is a traveling number. You need to travel, man. You need to travel more and learn while you're traveling, because you're an old soul, and she has the 8 also, because she's born on the 26th. All 8 frequencies, like Lene, are old soul frequencies that have to pay attention to things coming back to either help you or haunt you. People coming back into your life to help you or haunt you. That's why I always tell my clients that are connected to the number 8 in any way that they must always be aware. People born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of the month, or have 44 in their chart or 53 in their chart. I always tell them, yo, always be alert, keep alert for those assets and liabilities in your life. If they're an asset, you keep them. If they're a liability, let their ass go. Let me say that again. If they're an asset, you keep them. If they're a liability, let them go. Now, your alignment number is a number 31. Your alignment number is a number 31. 31 is a mental number. So it tells me, because of the 3 and the 1, hold on. Because of the 3 and the 1, it equals the number 4. In actuality, you're supposed to stay optimistic and jovial about life and about things that you want to accomplish. And the number 1 is telling you got to stay creative and be a paradigm shifter about things and other things that you want to accomplish. But the number 4 says you overthink a lot, and you got to get out of your head, especially from things that happen in the early parts of your life, because these frequencies right here rules the first development cycle of your life. Also, the first portion of your name can also rule a different first earlier portions of your life, depending on the letter and the number connected to that first name or that last name or that middle name, depending on how you do it. So it's important that you realize that you got to get out of your head and start meditating and manifesting, because the number 4 is a meticulous builder. So whatever you put to your mind and you want to build on it, sure enough, in your 75 years of existence, when you put your mind on something, you make it happen, especially because the number 8 is a make it happen number. Am I making sense, Jessie May? Am I making a little sense to you? Let me see if Jessie May is on the line. Jessie May, am I making sense to you, darling? Let me see if she's on the line. Jessie May Garrett, am I making sense to you? So, although you're 75 years old, like Les Brown is 70-something years of age, Lloyd Strayhorn is in his 70s too, right? But you got to remember, you got 75 years behind you and all of God in front of you. So whatever you want to accomplish or more you want to accomplish, just go ahead and do it, because you're born under the frequency that attracts what you need. But you got to be very careful of overthinking and being scattered in your thoughts. You got to be very careful of that, especially as you're getting older. Remember what I say about the number 5. The number 5 in my book, I talk about the number 5 in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability. The number 5 in my book is, matter of fact, let's go to the number 23, because number 23 is a higher frequency of the number 5. And it's also known as a magical number, but it's also known as the symbol of the royal star of the lion or lioness. So in your wisdom cycle, this is what I'm trying to tell you. In your wisdom cycle that you're in until your 81st birthday, you've been in it since your 53rd birthday. Whether you used it or not, or whether you're just realizing it now, there's no better time than now. Because look, Kentucky Fried Chicken didn't get his success until later into his 60s. Go figure. And I have a whole book on people that were successful from the time they were born until the time they died. It's a Hallmark book that they wrote years ago. But I talk about the number 23 in my book, that with compassion, love, and focus, and the willingness to stay creative, will enable a person that's connected to that 23 to travel, move, be compassionate, and do what they have to do to take themselves to the next level of their life. So no matter what, how old you are, it doesn't matter. You're still here. That means you still got things to do. And if you handled your money and finances well, because 8 is a financial number, it is a financial attraction number, but also it deals with vibration and energy that you can attract to your life. That's why the 26 in numerology, they have to be very careful of disasters brought about by acquaintances, or brought about by bad speculation, or brought about by bad partnerships and bad unions and bad advice. So because you're in this frequency right now, because you're in this frequency and because you're born on this birthday, you still have to stay alert of what's going on in your life and out of your life and who you allow in your circle. Let me say that again. For those who you allow in your circle, very important that you pay close attention to that. I hope this helped you along the way, Jessie May. I hope this helped you along the way. Just remember, don't live in your head. Remember, don't feel that you're alone in this world. You're not alone. You have ancestors around you. Matter of fact, you are an old soul. And if you have to go back and listen to some old music to bring you there, I'll take you there. Boom, 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 ba-da-da. Go listen to the staple singers. I'll take you there. Let your ancestral energy and your old soul energy take you back into time. Go listen to some Nat King Cole. Go listen to some people that will bring, or some energies that will bring you out of anything that could hold you back mentally, even in your old age. Because like I said, you got 75 years behind you and all of God's energy and power before you. Look, we all going to transition from here. Every one of us. Whether it's young or old, we all leaving. It's what you do between life and death is important. That's why you don't want to leave this planet without sharing your wisdom, Jessie May. All right. So I hope you take that. And when y'all ready, yo, book a full session, because I want to read those names. Jessie May, you got a lot of master numbers in your name. The double S's is master number 11, master number 33. The double R's is master number 99 and master number 22. The double T's are master number 22 and master number 44. So I look for all of that when you got doubling letters like this lady had. Oh, yeah. Am I making sense, Jessie? All right. She said yes. Okay. Yes. I'm making sense. Yes. Well, Jessie, you got a lot of master numbers. So when you're ready to do a full session with King Simon, please, by all means, when I read, I'll break down your whole name and all that master number stuff and why a lot of people that has a lot of master numbers in their name or their birthday go through a lot of problems in their life if they don't learn to discipline themselves. And that's where the 8 comes in. That's where the master numbers in your name come in. Because remember, the master number tells you about your gift, your talents, and your skills that you potentially have. Now, whether you use them or not, that's your business. But you came through with these mathematical frequencies, these numerical frequencies for a reason. It's just like I see Shakira Moore up in here. Shakira Moore is watching right now. That double O means something in numerology. That's why Roger Moore did so well in his famed acting as James Bond and as the Saint. And Shakira Moore, she has the double S's, the double O's, which is the 66, which deals with healing, and she has the double O's in the Chaldean system that deals with the 77, which is spirituality. She is a holistic healer, holistic iridologist, nutritional advisor, which deals with that 66. And she's a spiritual teacher, which deals with the double O's and the 77. So I can't make this stuff up. She's doing the work of what she came here to do at her age. And she's doing it at an early, she's only 30 years of age, about to turn 31. So it's powerful to know your powers of your frequency. So you can use your frequency and work towards getting to it. Is it easy? It's not easy. I'm never going to tell anybody that it's easy, but I will tell you that you need to do what you love. So even if it's hard, you love doing it. So it's easy to you because you love doing it. That's how you got to think. I'll never tell people to do something that they hate to do just because they want to pay a bill. Find what you love and turn what you love into some type of business. Because again, you're going to attract the patterns, cycles, and sequences into your life, both emotionally, spiritually, physically, and mentally. So please pay attention. Let me see who else has circulated some finance my way. Let me see who else circulated finance my way. Hey, somebody said, what about twins? Yes, twins go through it too, to tell you the truth. But one twin can be at a higher level and another twin can go towards a lower level. I remember a twin that I went to school with in Erasmus. One was a gangster, the other one was a school geek. But did you know, let me tell you what happened to that twin. The geek, because of all the gangster stuff that his brother was doing on the streets of Flatbush, they came to that man's mother's door, came to the door of that twin and shot him dead because of all of the madness that his brother was doing. They were identical twins. And they thought he was going to be there. And they took out the geek brother who was espousing to be something great. This was in Erasmus. I went to school with one of the twins. So I know that twins, sometimes you can have an evil twin, just like Cain and Abel. You can have somebody that's wicked and bad, and you can have somebody that's good, that means well to the earth. But then something that the wicked twin does affects the good twin. And then that good twin gets killed. I've seen this in my life. And I wasn't even into numbers back in those days. I was probably like 16 when I was in Erasmus Hall in Brooklyn, Flatbush. So yes, twins can be affected. And if both twins decide to go up the positive road, like red pill and blue pill, you'll still see the energy. One is more stuffed through and laid back, and one is more, what up, what up? One is different. Both of them are different. And then sometimes they switch. I noticed this amongst twins, especially twin boys and twin girls. And I've noticed it with the boy-girl twins because in my family, I have boy-girl twins in my family. My brother, he has a boy-girl twins. I think what they call them, fraternal twins. That's what they call them, fraternal twins. Y'all put the word in the thing. Is it when you have boy-girl twins? What they call those twins again? My sister has boy-girl twins. My cousins on my father's side also had boy-girl twins, Paul and Paulette. So what they call it? Let me see my smart audience. What you all call that? What they call that as far as twins again? I think they know it. Wow, guys who stay where I work, twins passed recently. He's staying in Mojo. Okay, what they call those twins again? What they call the fraternal? Thank you very much. I am dual victory fraternal twins. So you gotta be a little bit more mindful. And sometimes if a twin passes on in the womb because the other twin is taking away from the other twin, sometimes a twin could die in the womb. And sometimes a twin would die abruptly, but they take on that energy of that other twin. I know the Dow twins. Y'all ever heard of the Dow twins in New York? The Dow twins used to produce big parties, ski trips, and all kinds of events. Even the Intrepid boat party they used to have. One of them died, and the other one took on the energy of him. To the point now he got a new book about to come out. Big up to the Dow twins. I'm about to order his book because he was a dear friend of mine. I wrote about him in my book because I used to work with them, the Dow twins. So let's go to the next person that circulated some funds. Okay, I got two people that circulated some funds. I got Cynthia. All right, big up to Cynthia. Cynthia Clayton. Cynthia Clayton, give me $11. Oh, God, you give me $11, Cynthia Clayton. I'm not doing your full name, so You're only going to get your birthday. You gotta book a full session to get the full name now. And who else do I see? I see Victorious, Vicky, Lynn. So I'm coming to y'all too next. I'm coming to hold on one second. Coming to y'all next. Hold on one second. Let me paste y'all here. Because I got to make sure. Okay, Cynthia, coming to you next, girl, with your $11. Oh, good, boy. With your $11. I'm coming to you next. And then I come into Victoria's Vicky Lynn. Vicky Lynn sent $25. Oh, good. She sent $25. Jesus Christ. Praise Jesus. Thank you very much for your finances. Thank you for circulating. Hold on one second. Let me just make sure this is going well. My Facebook wasn't up. Let me make sure my Facebook is up because people from Facebook might want to call in. All right, let me Cynthia. Then I come into Victoria's Vicky. Oh God, that's a good name, Victoria's Vicky. $25. Oh good. All right, hold on one second. All right, so no, I'm going to Cynthia. I'm sorry. I'm coming to you next, Vicky. After that, coming to you next. So I want now because she Cynthia, big up to Cynthia. She gave $11. You know that's a good frequency. 1 plus 20 plus 1971. So right here is 21. Because 1 plus 20 equals 21, which is a 3. That's called a master number potential from my perspective, because anything that 0 follows add potential. People that's been born on the 20th of any month have done great things in history. Questlove from Roots. Jeffrey Epstein, although he was kind of crazy, he born the same day. Rihanna's born February 20th. Spike Lee is born March 20th. So was what's his face? Sidney Poitier was born March the 20th. Anytime that 20 is there, it adds a different level of protection and power, because 0 following any number add that. KRS-One is born August the 20th. Snoop Dogg is born October the 20th. See, I'm trying to show you something here with that 20. So people that are disciplined and willing to be compassionate about what they do, because it's your compassion and your love for what you do is going to take you to where you got to go, especially when 0 is followed. So if you're born on the 10th or the 30th of any month, those zeros are very important because it adds potential. That's why I call them master number potentials. When the master numbers are 11 or 22 or 33, but I see the ones that have 0 following it from all the way from 10 all the way to 90 as master number potential, because 0 adds a potential behind every number following. So with my dear sister right now, because your alignment number is a number 21. Hold on, let me drink some water real quick. Because your alignment number is a number 21, that number is the number of initiation. So it lets me know from a numerovational perspective. I write about it in my book, and I like to read from my book, and you should get my book, because I always say in my book that these are symbols of something. So when you see 21, 21 is a symbol of the universe. So anything that you do, you need to think universal and think on a high level of connecting yourself to the universe. And because the number 21 is the number of the universe and it's called the symbol of the world, it's not for you to think on a worldly basis, but also make sure you got your connection to the world and what is going on from a physical, spiritual, and mental perspective. Understand the world, but be in it, but not be of it. And because the number 21 is called the crown of the Magi number, I'm talking about when you add the 1 plus the 20, this is called your alignment number, your achievement number. Some call it the first pinnacle that you were born with, that you came through your mother's womb with. So it also states that that's a number that deals with being honorable in your actions. They must strive. That's what I say in my book. However, they must strive to be honorable in their action. Because when you go down the negative and getting caught up in any type of scandal or gossip, you got to be very careful of gossiping. You got to be careful of scandal. Why do you think Jeffrey Epstein got caught up in scandal? All the things, the little crazy stuff he was doing in his early parts caught up to him. So if you stay on the positive of the number 3, it's about expansion. It's about exposure. It's about being jovial and happy. And the more you're happy and optimistic about what you do, the number 21 is the number of long initiation and the test of your determination. You have to go through your long battles, especially in the early parts of your life. But that don't kill you make you stronger. I'm talking to Cynthia. That don't kill you makes you stronger. And anybody that have 21 in their chart, but the number 20 is the number of divine awakening, clear judgment, discernment. It's a number that you're born under that says you have some great purpose or duty on this planet to do something from a spiritual and a physical perspective. Whether you use it or not, that's up to you. It's your job to use it. I can't use it for you. I can only alert you and say, sis or brother, this is your power. This is one of your power numbers of lesson. This is your lesson. This is one of your lessons. It represents your personality. So it tells me that you go through extremities with relationship, and anybody you deal with have to be appreciative of you, have to be loving to dance and play music because you love music. You love to dance. You love good music. You love good, and you like a good slow dance if you have to. I wouldn't be surprised if you learn how to do ballroom dancing. I wouldn't be surprised because you love to be appreciated. That's what the number 2 and the number 20 does. So when you have 20 in any part of your name, just like if you're born 614, 6 plus 14 equals 20. So if you have 20 as your alignment number, guess what? You love to be appreciated too, and you go through extremities in relationship too. I know somebody born on that day, that's why I put it up there. But I'm just showing you, I don't care which sequence these 20 come up. And remember, the number 20 is the number of some great awakening, awaken to new purpose, new ambition, some call to action. That's why Spike Lee did what he did. That's why Sidney Poitier became the first Black Oscar winner. He came to do something with great purpose. That's why Questlove became part of Roots, or they formed Roots and did what they did from their own style. And that's why Rihanna, born on the 20th, did what she's doing and still doing it. From out of Barbados, out of her whole family, she's the one that's doing it. Y'all came here to do some great purpose. If you choose to use it or not. If you choose not to use it, that's your damn business. I tell people all the time, if you don't use it, it's like Mission Impossible. I may give you the cassette after we finish the recording, but if you don't use it, if you don't work on unpacking this stuff, then it won't work. You can stay mediocre if you want, or you can at least start doing something that's beneficial. And when I added up one more thing, because I add up your life path, when that 1 plus 20 plus 1971 equals 1992, already it's telling me what you need to do as far as your life path, because you do have the gift of gab, especially when you're around your friends. Oh, you know how to talk. It's what you say is going to be most important, because people with the life path number 3, when you add that 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 2, that equals 21. Again, 21 comes into the fray. So you got 21 over here and you got 21 over there. So you came through to be initiated. You came through to go through stuff in your life. That's why I always tell people that have a lot of 21s or have 21 in their chart, that don't kill you, make you stronger. You just need to write about it, because the number 3 in your chart says you need to turn your pain, pleasures, and passion into profit. Let me say that again. You need to turn your pain, pleasures, and passion into profit. So whatever your life story is, whatever you've been through, you need to become successful from it, because the 21 is that enduring number. That 21 is that initiation number. You want to be initiated into your greatness if you're willing to tap in. But if you're not willing to tap in, there's many people born on your birthday that's homeless. It's all right if that's what you want to do. There's many people born on your birthday that's not doing a goddamn thing out here. in this world, whether it's on a small level or a higher level, like Questlove from the Roots. That's totally up to you. I hope you enjoyed what I shared with you, my dear Cynthia Clearton. Big up to you, Cynthia Clearton. Just pay attention to the patterns, cycles, sequences. All right, Vicky is up here. Vicky coming up next. I see Vicky in the building. Vicky is coming next. Victorious. Who's that? Now, who's this? Another Victorious? Who's that? Vicky. Okay, I seen you send 25 and then you send $30. It don't mean I'm going to be up here for a long time. I want people to book a session. And let me say this again. Anyone that sent money up here or circulated money through Cash App and PayPal, remember the links are pinned on the chat. Anyone that said, if you want to do a full session with your full name, because I'm not going to do your full name, I'm just dealing with your birthday today. If you want to do a full session, I will take off the 25 or the amount that you sent via Cash App and PayPal tonight. I will take it off of the initial price of the session. My price of my session is $136 for half an hour. So if Vicky wants to book, the only thing she has to do is send me after, all she has to do is send me $111 and I will do a whole session for her for the whole half an hour since she already paid $25 on the site. So anybody who does that, whether you said $5, $25, or $99, I will still take off the money, send it up, take it off of the initial price. But let's get to Vicky. Vicky is born 7/17. You're born the same day as Soleil, Professor Griff's wife. That's my girl. I was just with her, her and her husband this weekend at Tassili Row. Now, the interesting about this combination of numbers, already we're seeing the sevens. Already we're seeing the sevens. We're seeing the sevens in this mix. But because we have the 7 plus the 17, that equals 24. Now, 24, 2, 4, 6 are all healing numbers, all health-related numbers. But because the 6 is at the alignment or the achievement or the pinnacle, something with your family you had to forgive and let go. You held on to it enough. Let it go. I don't care if it's with your mother, your father, somebody touched you or whatever. Let it go. This is the time. Why I'm saying this is the time is because you're born 1965. And when you add that 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 5, that equals 21, and 21 equals 3. 21 equals 3, and it's time for you to release all that you held on to all your life. If I'm making sense, please put a yes in the chat. You've held on to things, especially with your family. You've held on to things. And because your birthday adds up to a number 8, you need to break cycles. You came here to break cycles so you can leave a good legacy, a positive legacy, a productive legacy, because the number 17 is a legacy leaving number according to the books, according to the studies, ancient wise and otherwise. Am I making sense? Vicky. Let me see if Vicky is in the chat here. Am I making sense, Vicky? I told people don't use Super Chat, but this person didn't listen. I'm not coming to you, Anu. I keep on telling people don't use Super Chat. I don't want to see Super Chat. I want to see what I'm strolling on the bottom. It says Cash App and PayPal. So Anu, you need to pull that away. I'm not doing that. I don't deal with Super Chat. I respect what you're doing, but if you're not listening, you're just coming in and popping up, just throwing things at me through a Super Chat. I don't deal with Super Chat at this time. I'm dealing with Cash App and PayPal. Is pinned to the top of this thing. So when you're ready to send something else, we got it. Then we'll deal with that. So, Vicky, it's very important that because you are in a cycle right now, you're in a cycle, and everything deals with patterns, cycles, and sequences in life. I'm very serious about this because numerology is not psychic. Numerology is cycles, patterns, and sequences. That's what scientists pay attention to. That's what Nikolai Tesla pays attention to from the spiritual and the physical perspective. That's what they do. And I am a mathematical numerovational scientist when it comes to this because it's about motivating people. And when you look at what you've been doing, what you're connected to, when you deal with that 7 plus 17 plus 1965 equals 1989. Interesting enough, that tells me that you have to finish what you start, but you have to be creative and productive because 27 is the number of creativity and productivity, and number 9 is the number of completion. You need to finish what you start. So whatever you went through in the early parts of your life, this is the story. Bring balance to your family through breaking cycles in your family. Be willing to express what you have went through in your life, but be willing to finish what you start because it's time. You're in that cycle of finishing, completing. Don't hold on to it. Vicky, if I'm making sense, please put the yes in the chart. Vicky, if I'm making sense, please put the yes in the chart. It's very important. And then your name has a lot of double letters in it. The name Lynn has the double 5s, the double N's. The name Gambriel has the double L. So you got master numbers. The double 5 deals with fearlessness. You got to be fearless in this day and time because your middle name, whether it's Lynn, if your middle name is Lynn, that's the name that's bridging the gap between your active name, Vicky, and your last name, which is the hereditary name. So you got to always be willing to bridge that gap, and be fearless because that double N in the name Lynn is the 55, which is the number of fearlessness, being fearless in what you do and how you do, and being willing to adapt, being willing to create, be willing to be productive. And what's so interesting about the whole scenario, remember the number, your life path, which is the life lesson, is a number 9. In certain systems, it says this is your last school in life. It's one of your last schools in life. Now, if you live full of your dreams and your goals and your reality, if you did all you had to do, beautiful. That's where that number 9 comes in. That's what it is. That's where that number 9 of completion and endings, or you will come back or have to repeat certain things over again, according to the science. But 27 is the number of productivity, creativity from an intellectual perspective. It's very important that you recognize that. Intellectual. So whatever you're doing right now, your age, let me see, your birthday just passed. Happy belated birthday. No, your birthday is coming up. So right now you're in a critical cycle before your birthday. You're in a critical cleansing cycle before your birthday. I suggest before your birthday, remove people, places, and things that no longer serve your purpose. I don't care if they're family, I don't care if they're friends. If they're not serving your highest and wisest purpose to be your greatest self, I need you to remove them out of your life. Clothing, shoes, things that are you not using before your birthday on July 17th, cleanse the area. Because remember, everyone's birthday is their personal new year. Everyone's birthday is their personal new year. Everyone's birthday is their personal new year. And if you bear witness to your personal new year, before your personal new year, it's called the critical cycle. And if you're willing to start critically thinking and critically vacuuming things out of your life, this is the time you do it for your birthday. I don't care who they are. Sometimes there's people, places, and things you got to remove out of your life. They got to go. They got to go. Simple as that. Simple as that. And people might think it's not that simple, but it's simple. Believe that. Psalms, I don't know why you coming up here. Psalms, you've already done a session with me. What's going on? Oh, you're doing it for John. Well, why don't you pay for a whole session for John, Psalms? Why don't you pay for a whole session for John? I know I already did Psalms. Psalms did a whole session for me already. She did a whole session with me. All right, so Vicky Lynn, when you're ready to do a full session, please text me your full name and date of birth. And to that number. When you're ready, when you really want to find out what Lynn means and what Vicky means and what Gambrel means, and really get down to the nitty gritty of those numbers. You know what? Since Anu, let me share something with you. Since you getting on my nerves, you got on my nerve. I do respect your super chat, but I told people not to send no super chat. Do not send super chat. And that's the problem. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna make an example out of you right now. Anu, Mr. John. I always having problems with communication with those people born on the 13th, the 4th of the month, the 13th of the month, and the 22nd of the month, and the 31st of the month. I've always had problems with that. Always. There's always a communication because the number 4 is a communication number. The number 4 is a communication number, and they deal with weird and unusual communication. And you're the only one that did not hear or not seeing what's scrolling on the bottom or not looking. Because of communication issue, that's why people born under your numbers have to be very clear, have to be concise, and they have to dot every I and cross every T when it comes to communicating with people. People born under that number, 13, the number 4, the 22nd of the month, the 31st. My sister born on the 22nd. And we've always, throughout our life, have had communication issues. Throughout my life with her. So we got to understand that. So don't take this. I'm just telling you, if you want to be able to use your powers for your benefit, people born on the 13th have done great thing in history. Queen of Fools born on the 13th. And when they overcame those miscommunication issues and disciplined their goddamn self, then they become what they. Tyler Perry still has his little communication issue, but he born on the 13th. Iyanla Vanzant born on the 13th. Fidel Castro, everybody didn't understand Fidel Castro. He was born on the 13th, but yet he survived. He survived 5 to 6 presidents, and he died naturally. He didn't get killed because his discipline, his order, his structure was protection, and because the number 13 is the number of power and dominance, that's why y'all have to stay focused and be disciplined in what you do. In order for y'all to, and you have to be creative and you have to be willing to expand. But please, nobody else send me any super chats. Nobody else send me no super chat. Let me say that again. No one else send me any super chats. Only Cash App and PayPal. I'm real about what I do. I'm serious about what I say. I do that for a reason. Because right now, I don't know where super chat going. Don't know where it going. Because I kind of misplaced my accounts. I think I gave it to my son, and he's going through his craziness. So, and I tell my children all the time, look, one thing I ain't gonna do is stress myself over people. And if I'm not stressing myself over my children, I definitely ain't gonna stress myself over people I don't know. That was only coming up on I'm definitely not gonna do that. I don't do that. Don't do that. That's what's keeping me young. My hair black. That's what's keeping me young at 50, because I don't stress. I'm not letting it stress. Life is but a dream. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down. That's what it is. Keep it moving. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a no stress. No stress. I don't give a damn, because we all gonna die one day, and I ain't got no time for y'all taking me out of here quicker than I want to go. I sound like Bernie Mac on this piece. So let me go to the next people. Let me see what I got next up here. Let me see what I got next. All right, we got Psalms Lewis. She wants to do something for Mr. John. John born August the 30th. He's born the same day as young Pharaoh. Let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure that I have these names written down. Write this name down. Okay. What? Okay, just want to make sure that's right. Okay, boom. Coming to whoever sent me a super chat. I mean, no super chats, no super chats, no super chat. Only Cash Apps, only PayPal. So if you live outside of the United States, you can use PayPal. Okay, and let me see here. Okay, Sam sent me $10 for him. I see Vernell Span. Okay, I see Vernell Span. Vernell is January the 9th. 1968, she sent me $11. Okay, I'm gonna put you under John. And then I see who else do I see? Hold on one second. Give me a little second here. Let me make sure people are lined up, because I'm about to do what I gotta do for them. All right, people are still sending me Cash App and PayPal. That's all I'm accepting. Just letting you know that. I'm just letting you know that. I'm one thing I'm about. And remember, like I said, numerology is not psychic. Numerology is here to pay attention to cycles, patterns, and sequences in your life, and it can motivate you if you use it appropriately. I don't claim to be no psychic. I don't claim to be no fortune teller. I'm not a fortune teller. Y'all might as well talk to the meteorologist. That's fortune telling also. They're telling you, oh, the weather is going to be this today. That's fortune telling. Because that's what they're told. They're really studying patterns and weather patterns. That's what they're doing. Weather cycles and weather sequences. That's what they're doing. But people would call that fortune telling, because if you were back in the medieval time and you predicted there was going to be rain and rain came, guess what? They're coming after your ass to kill you because you wasn't supposed to be able to predict rain. Nobody knows how to predict rain. That's what they tell you. But yet, if you are in tune with weather, you're supposed to be able to pick up the atmospheric change just like animals do. We can do it too. But some of us are separate from our energies and separate from our powers. That's the problem. Let me see. Let me align up who else is next. I see Rena. I see you, Rena. Rena. Rena, born 6/24. Got you on the list. Hold on. Then let me just I got to put y'all on my list and make sure I come and follow right through. I want to make sure everybody falls right into place. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me make sure that's right. You send the Cash App. All right. I don't need that. 555. You sent 555. Thank you very much. That's appreciative. Hold on 1 second. And let me see who else sent me something via Cash App or PayPal. Okay, Johnny be good tonight, aka John. I knew you sent it again. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, sir. I see. Thank you very much. Anu. Thank you very much. That's a powerful name too, bro. I did the numbers to Anu back in the day. Woo, that's a powerful name. All right, so let's go to the one that Psalms Lewis sent. Psalms Lewis sent to this brother here, John. 8/30, 1970. Okay. Your alignment number, 38, which equals 11. Pay attention to your intuition, John. People born with that alignment number 11 have to learn to trust their spirit, but trust it in a jovial manner. But make sure you're disciplined enough to use the master number 11, because I see the 3 and I see the 8. 8 plus 30 equals 38. Most numerologists will just go 8 plus 30 equals 38, 38 equals 11, and take you right there. No, I don't do that, because we got to look at things from a holistic perspective. In order for that 11 to be activated, you have to be optimistic. You have to be jovial about what you do if you want to attract the business energy of the number 8 after your jovial and a positive and optimistic attitude. And if you want the master number of the number 11, which is the frequency of fame and fortune, but also paying attention what people don't see and turning things that people don't see into something that's going to be successful for you, because 11 again is the fame and fortune number. It's the master number of aligning yourself with the physical and the spiritual realm. What do I mean by that? I mean that the spiritual world is here to give you the downloads, the upload, so you can activate it and put it to work in this realm. And since you are a Virgo, which is an earth sign, you need to bring some of that spiritual energy to earth before you leave this planet. And you need to write it out, because the number 30, which equals a 3, remember 30 is a master number potential. People born on the 30th has done great work in history. January 30th, the one, the only Christian Bale, who played Batman, or Dick Cheney, who was the vice president. In the month, also born young Pharaoh, doing great work. What's his name? Tyrese is born on the 30th. LeBron James born on the 30th. Tiger Woods born on the 30th. Mike Tyson born on the 30th. When 30 come through and they are disciplined and not getting caught up in drama and gossip and scandals, Like most of the names that I've mentioned, when they are disciplined and don't get caught up in scandals because of their mouth, because your mouth can be reckless. People born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, and the 30th of the month can be reckless with their mouth just because of this number 3 energy. Just because of the 3 energy. So you got to be a little bit more, because you're born in the 8th month, you got to be a little bit more disciplined. You have to put a little bit more structure. You have to be very careful and meticulous about what you say, because sometimes people born in the 8th month or connected to the 8 in any way can be misunderstood by people. That's why in your conversation, because of that 3 energy, and like I said, anything about those 3s, you're supposed to turn your pain, pleasures, and passion into profit through writing, through art, through music, whatever deals with creativity. That is what the 3 is supposed to do in history. They've done it in history. Creativity is the thing. Whether you're a creative boxer like Mike Tyson, whether you're a creative golf player that expresses himself through golf, whether you're a creative basketball player like LeBron James, or a creative singer like Tyrese, or an actor who's all born under the 30th energy, it's about creativity, being creative in whatever you do. And because your life path or your life lesson, when you add the 1970, adds up to a number 2008. 2008, which equals 10, which is 1. That means your life lessons is the wheel of fortune. But if you're not disciplined, if you stay away from scandals, and because this number 1970 adds up to a 17, which is an 8, you're here to leave a legacy, especially as you've gotten older. You must realize that you need to leave a legacy for your children or your family, because this starts kicking in as you're going older. This year, the year starts kicking in even stronger as you're getting older. So because it adds up to 1970, you can be a leader, whatever you do, whatever creative aspect, whatever disciplinary aspect, whatever you download from the number 11, you can be a leader at whatever you do. But you got to leave a legacy, set up your trust, set up buy property, whatever you're going to do. This is the cycle that you need to pop up and make happen again. I hope John understands what's happening. I hope Psalms must care about you. That's why she even sent $10. Although he should do his full name and his birthday when he's ready. But one thing about people born under the number 3 and the 5, what I noticed in my history, is that 3 and 5s can be very skeptical. Sometimes they don't believe that this could just work the way I'm saying it. And remember, this is a perspective, but it does work. But because 3 and 5 love to be, they're freedom lovers. They love to do and express themselves the way they want. They get skeptical about things like this. My mother, she's born under 3. She's skeptical about this, but she's seeing it work for me because she's a Caribbean woman that bears witness to show and prove. I've shown and proved from my mother's basement before I moved out. Because I've been back and forth. I left my mother's house at the age of 16, 17 years of age and became Muslim. Had to come back and live in there and pay her rent and all that and then get the hell out. But she was skeptical about it. And I had to prove myself because I understand that's what 3s and people born under 5, they need that proof because their mind is all over the place. They got so much in their head. They got so many ideas. I can tell you got so many ideas. So I'm just showing you something. Just showing you. That's all. Somebody say yes, sir. Okay. Boom. Next person who circulated the Cash App and the PayPal. No super chats, please. Do not send any super chats. No super chats. No super chats. No super chats. Please, no super chats. No super chats. Only Cash App and PayPal. And the links, the direct links are at the top of the chat. The link to PayPal and the link to Cash App is pinned on the top of the chat if you want to use that. All right, so let's get to the next person that I have on the list. We just did John for Psalms. And boom, we have this beautiful Vernell. Okay, this is a man or woman. I'm just, whatever it is, this person. This person. He born the same day as my daughter. My daughter is born on that day. The comedian, Dion, what's his name? Dion Coles. He's born the same day also. He's born that same day. Dion Coles is born that same day. At 1 and 9 energy. And at 1968. So the alignment number already is the number 10, or what Michael Brill might call the achievement number. And why he says that's an achievement number, because the number 10 is a vibration that's opening you up to the wheel of fortune and what you could achieve in your life if you're not second guessing yourself, because the negative of the number 1 and the number 10 is second guessing themselves. Indecisiveness. It's in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability. When you read the number 1 or the number 10 energy in my book, the number 10 energy is the symbol of complete evolution in many studies. And also, it's one of the new sequences of manifestation on a higher phase of evolution. But they got to be very careful, and they can go through extreme difficulty if they're indecisive, if they're destructive, and if they're overly arrogant. One thing about people born under the number 9, they have to finish what they start. Anything you start, any project that is positive and represents a higher level, because the number 9 is one of the highest single-digit numbers on the chart. The highest single-digit number. So number 9 always have to think high, and they have to think in a selfless manner and be a humanitarian. Humanitarian. They have to be a humanitarian. And if they serve humans on a higher level, like a Dion Coles does, like a not Lisa Evers, Angie Martinez. Angie Martinez was born the same day, January 9th. And because she's on radio, she served the greater good of humanity by what she's offered in the radio world. Dion Cole serves a better part of humanity because he makes people laugh. Even when his mama passed on, he made people laugh. And he even said it in his comedy session. You gotta check on your people, because you don't know what we going through. You don't know what a man or woman is going through. And if a person can get on stage on the same day, a year after his mom passed, and still slam that comedy show down, and still break it down, and still enjoy it, but started crying at the end because it's the same day his mom passed on, that's a humanitarian that's seen it till it's finished, and that's the wheel of fortune that becomes strengthened in his time. It strengthens itself, and all these numbers follow you throughout your life. They're not going nowhere. You may change your name. You may change it into a spiritual name. You may get rid of your name, but you ain't changing your birthday unless your mama and daddy say, hey, baby, me and your mama and daddy was drunk, and you was really born on the 10th. You wasn't born on the 9th. You were really born on the 7th. You wasn't born. That's the only way you're changing your birthday. This is consistent. This is consistent. So the vibration of it is consistent. And when you add that 1 plus 9 plus 1968, that equals 1978. And that equates, that plus the 7 plus the 8 equals 25. 25 is the number of observation, endurance, experience gained through observing and listening more. So my friend here, Vernell, had to listen more. They're very good at reading people. Even doing something like this, you had to study me for a little bit first and check me out first before you even did something like this. Before you even do a full session with me, you had to check me out, because that's what sevens do. Your life path, your life lesson is a 7, and 7 is supposed to research people. They got to research. They got to vet people out. They got to see if you're the real deal when you got 7 in your chart. Am I making sense, Burnell? If I'm making sense, put a number 1 in the chat or say yes. Do I send Cash App, Cash App, PayPal, but make sure you put your birthday and your name in the description of Cash App or PayPal. Hope I'm making sense. Vernell, thank you very much. Let me see who is next after Vernell. Boom, boom, boom. Rena. Rena, yes, Rena is next after Vernell. She said $5.55. $5.55. Big up to you, Rena. $5.55. Okay. And again, let me say this. Let me say this for all you people. Let me say something for all you people. I don't need your full name unless you're doing a full session. I just need your birthday. Just need your birthday. You send it to, if you send it, my full sessions are much more than this. I'm just doing something just because I feel like coming up here and enjoying y'all. All right. If you want to do a full session, a 30-minute, sometimes it goes 35 and probably 40 minutes, depending on your question and answer. You text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Right now, I'm only focusing on birthdays, not names. Only when you want to do a full session, you text me your full name and date of birth. Full name meaning your middle name, if you have one. If you don't have one, cool. But right now, I'm only focusing on your birthday and what like the theme of today's lesson is using our numerovational and mathematical birthright for guidance. Because it can be used. 6/24/1981 can be used. You put it on the board. 6/24/1981. It can be used. But you have to be willing to use it, just like your GPS in your car. If you're not willing to use the GPS in your car, then it won't be used. It won't work. Then you'll be guessing if you still remember how to use your own mental GPS. I always tell people, hey, try to practice using your own mental. Develop back your own mental GPS, your own spiritual GPS. Look at the sun, the moon, look at the stars, how they used to guide us before we got these GPSs. I remember walking in Jamaica back in the day in the dark in country because the lights cut off. We had to use candle lights. But we found our way because we knew how to follow the trail and we knew where our houses was because we understood the stars and the moon and where the moon was. Yeah, man, it's up here, so. Yeah, we have to go up here, so. Turn down there, so. Yeah, man, the light. You don't see the moonlight that shine on the floor there. You don't see the rocks, them a shine and tell us where we are going. In Jamaica. I remember this when I was a child. I remember this as a child. So let's get to Rena. Because you're born on 6/24, that equals 30. Again, that number 3 comes up, that number 30 comes up. This is the number 6. And when you add it all together, 1981, that equals 2011, which equals the number 4. But there's something about that 2011 my spirit just told me to tap in. Woo! I love when my spirit says, yo, King Simon, one of my Jamaican ancestors, yo, Simon, if you tap into that 2011, 2011 means something before it add up to the number 4. Eh? I said, yeah. I said, tell me what I mean. Yeah, 20 is the awakening and 11 is the spiritual runway that this person has to take and must have discipline in it. You have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined in order for the 20 and the 11 to work. Because these are 2 spiritual numbers. This is a master number potential, and this is a master number. So when I added all that together, that's what I see. My spirit said, woohoo, look what I see. 2011. So I see the awakening number, and I see the spiritual number 11, master number 11, which when you have 20 as a spiritual number as one of your life path, that means you got to be alert and you got to be awakened to your spiritual guidance in one way or another. Things throughout your life have got, because remember, this is your life path. The life path follows you throughout your life. The life path follows you throughout your life with all these other numbers attached to it. And vice versa, these numbers follow your life path. So that's why I don't say that no number is better than the other, because they're all working together, just like your lung and your heart and your kidneys and your digestive system and your reproduction system. Everything is working together to serve the greater good. That's why I don't say that all one number. People say, is the life path better than this? No, the life path is better than none of the other numbers up here. They all work together. You just need to know how to make them work. Just like if you're driving stick, you got to know how to do the clutch and the gas, and you got to know how to stick the shift. You got to know how to spin and turn and watch all the different mirrors in the back, and you got to know how to do it. This is what it's like. That is what it's like. So that person born on this number, y'all came here to heal and help and guide people, but you got to write about it, sing about it, talk about it, be about it, do, because you give people the benefit of the doubt. And she knows, that person knows she gives people the benefit of the doubt, but she got to be very careful, because the number 4 is the number of secret haters. Secret haters. And because you got the 20 and 11 got to be careful of people and energy vampires coming into your life. Am I making sense, Rena? Am I making sense? You got to be very careful of energy vampires. People will suck your energy, and you got to be careful of people that secretly hate you. They could be in your family, they could be in your friend, they could be in your school back in the day when you was young, all of that. Because y'all came here to do some healing work, but you attract people that need help and healing a lot. You'll do good as a life coach, a consultant, something that allows you to talk and help them and guide them and bring balance to people. Am I making sense, Rena? Am I making sense? Rena says, I've been on a spiritual awakening for the last couple of years, and I've gotten to the point of uncertainty and what to do. Yes, you are right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Rena, thank you very much for confirming. Thank you very much. I'm just saying. And now, because the year that you're born is very important, every number you see up there is important. It's just how you use it and what perspective you put it under. Don't run from your vibration, run to it, but make sure you elevate it. That's why I put out my books, so you can mentally, because remember, 4 rules is the primary number in my book for mental health. So you got to protect your mind, Rena, all the time. And because you're born in 1981, that equals a number 19, and 19 is the number of the sun, which says you're supposed to shine light onto things through your expression, through your love, and through your mental strength. I'm giving you the story of your birthday only. I didn't even touch your name. I can see a whole bunch in your name, but I'm giving you a story through your lessons in life that you needed to develop over years. That's what I'm doing when I deal with numerovation. I don't read people. I open your mind so you could read yourself, so you can activate and maximize what you need to do for yourself. Whether you get it or not, it's up to you. Like I said, I'm like Mission Impossible. They give Ethan the cassette, and Ethan can choose whether he used the information on the cassette or not. That's up to you. All I know, you can either use it or you can lose it. That's totally up to you. I just try to tell people, make sure you don't leave this planet without sharing your gift. And if this is the love frequency gift, if this is the compassionate gift, if this is the disciplinary gift, and if this is the disciplinary gift of mental discipline and mental health, and if you need to express yourself, you need to always talk, then get the therapy you need and talk to someone. Let it out. Let it out. Don't hold on to it, because if you hold on to things, it can become a disease somewhere else. I hope you enjoyed that for $5.55. Hope you enjoyed that. Next. Let me see who's next. All right, let me see who's next. Okay, we just finished that lady. Let me go into my box. Okay, we got Let me see. Hold that. What? Okay, let me get rid of that. I don't know what that is. Okay, I see Word. Word is born 4/25, 1984. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take probably two more because I'm getting exhausted. There's a lot of energy I put into this. People don't realize when you do a lot of this work and you do it with a compassion and the energy that I put it out, I can do magic. I can do magic. Big up to Brother Rich, who was here earlier. I can do magic. I can do magic. And magic does not mean hocus pocus. Remember, magic comes from the word magi, and the magi in history were alchemists. All of us are alchemists. All of us can take little of nothing and turn them into something. We've done it in the kitchen. You took rice, a little of something. You took water, a little of something. You took salt and pepper and seasoning, and you made a dinner. Like Paul Mooney said, you give a Chinese person a bag of rice, they'll open up a restaurant. Paul Mooney was the man. That was the man. Now stop playing. Paul Mooney was my dude. Paul Mooney said, if you give a Chinese man a bag of rice, he'll turn it into a restaurant. Or a bowl of rice, and he'll turn that joint into a restaurant. For real, for real. 4/25, 1984. Interesting enough, 1984 equals 22. So you already got the master number 22. Already I know you live in your head just because of the master number 22. Already I know you live in your head because of the number 4. Being born in the 4th month. Most people are all of the people that's born. Matter of fact, let me say all of the people that's born in the 4th month. They're heady people. They're in their head a lot. Where they need to go in their head respectfully and bring it out of their head to manifest something greater. And because you're born on the 25, which is 7, that is also a mental health number. Another said that you're in your head a lot. So you got a lot of head numbers here, mental numbers, because 22 equals 4. You got a lot of mental numbers right here. That's why this book will be good for you. Go get it on Amazon. Get it on Amazon. I'm sure if you unpack the positive interpretation of this book in your head, it will help you. You're born the same day as Panic. Brother Panic, who passed on, you're born the same day as Panic. And Panic will tell you. That's why he was so good at metaphysics and seeing what other people don't see, because of that 7 energy. But his alignment number, when you add the 4 plus the 25, that equals 29. So already, that's why Panic was a master at what he did. And you have the ability to be a master, sir. You have the ability to be a master too. You have 2 master numbers. And when master numbers pop up in anybody's chart, I tell people all the time, with great power comes great responsibility. These are powerful numbers to have. They're not little rinky-dink numbers. They're powerful frequencies, powerful energies that you're using or can use if you choose to. And because you're born with the alignment number 29, you got to trust your spirit. You got to trust yourself. You got to trust your intuition. You got to trust your gut feelings. When you went against your gut feelings, that's when you have problems. When you second guess your thoughts or overthink, because this is an overthinking number. This is an overthinking number. You got to be very careful of overthinking all the time. When in actuality, you're supposed to go into your mind, meditate on what you need to construct in the physical realm. Do the necessary research and study for it, because the number 25 is the number of endurance, the number of observation. And in my book, I keep on saying about this number 25, it's the symbol of strength, experience, observation, strife, and trials, but it's also the number of endurance, freedom, intuition, mystery, being very sensitive. You're very sensitive. I can tell by that. And when you dream dreams, they can be very vivid if you remember your dreams. Oh, yeah, baby, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I wrote about it. Then I gave you recommended reading in the back of the book if you want to study it yourself. So 4 plus 25 plus 1984 equals 2013. When you add that across, it adds up to the number 6. And guess what? That means you came here to do some healing work. The lessons of your life is to heal. Heal whatever happened in your family. Heal whatever happened in your immediate family. Forgive and let go whatever happened with your mom and daddy and other relationships. Forgive it and let go of it. Then you'll grow into your mastery. Because as you get older, this is going to start kicking in. And 22 is a number of global experiences. 22 is a number of global achievement. But you cannot become global if you're holding yourself back because of what daddy did or mommy did or what relationship hurt you. You can't be holding it in mentally because of somebody deceived you in your past or hurt you, because those are the numbers that on the negative can be hurtful from the opposite sex. But the number 7 is the law of attraction number. So what you attract, you got to be very careful of what you attract in your life, because you can either attract the positive or the negative in your life. If I'm making sense, put the number 1 in the chat, sir. If I'm making sense, put the number 1 in the chat. I felt it. Somebody said I felt it. Appreciate you. Yeah, thank you very much, Word. Thank you very much, sir. Man. And Rena, you can get over that, my dear. That's why I would suggest, she said, I have extensive trauma history, but I came out of it. And yeah, see, I know you can get out of it. I could tell by your numbers you could get out of it. You just have to, it takes work. And whatever my brother, the Word is saying, it takes work. But people like Brother Panic has done wonderful things before he passed on from this realm. People born under that 25 energy have done wonderful things in this world. People that have born on, there's other people that have been born under 25 that I know. It's just that it's not coming to me right now. Doggy Diamonds is born on the 25th. Doggy Diamonds is one of the people that set it off in street interviews amongst the hip hop world. Pick up the Doggy Diamonds, good friend, good brother, man. He born February 25th. So people born on the 25th are people that are laid back and have to watch and observe, because y'all are good readers. Y'all pick up on things real quick. And because you got these master numbers around you, oh yeah, you'll be doing it. But anything you do, you came to serve the greater good of family, the greater good of humanity. And because you got that 20 and 13 there, that is the number of awakening to your power. Because 13 is a power number. You got to awaken to your power. But the only way you're going to awaken to your power, you got to bring balance, harmony, truth, justice, reciprocity, and forgiveness. It's the only way you're going to awaken to your power, because 2013 is the number of awakening and discernment, some great purpose you came to serve, and 13 is the number of power and dominance. So if you awaken to your power, then you must serve humanity on its highest and wisest level of this number 6 energy. Done with that. Done with that. Finish with you, sir. Make sure y'all do a full session with me. I ain't no joke. I'm like Rakim, man. Rakim the God, born January 28th. I ain't no joke. I ain't no joke when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, yeah, see, I am very observant. People get annoyed sometimes. What happened is 7, the number 25, 7, sometimes 7 can be misunderstood. For people might think you're standoffish, because you are observing the room, you're reading the room, and it's all right. You don't care what other people. A good book to read is called The Law of Success, or anything by Dennis Kimbrough, or anything by Napoleon Hill. One of the major fears in life is the fear of criticism. You don't give a damn what people think. That's what I loved about Panic, born the same day you was born, 425. He didn't give a damn about what people think. He didn't give a damn what people think about Baphomet and give a damn about the dark side. He just taught his lessons and kept on teaching until he transitioned from this planet. That's what he did. That's what you got to bear witness to. Don't care about what nobody said. Go read The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. I got the book. All right, this is the last birthday I'm going to read. I'm going to break down. Somebody sent me $22. That's Lewis. Lewis sent me $22. This is the last one. Don't send me no more funds, because I got things to do and I got things to relax. I need to relax. Woo, this can be stressful, but I love doing what I do. See, It's not stressful when I love to do what I do. It's what I love to do. I love to do. I do anything. I do anything. I do anything for you. Look, look. Let me put this on the bottom so y'all don't circulate no more funds right now. All right, here you go. There you go. Do not circulate any more funds. I'm about to close down. This is the last person I'm about to do. This is the last person I'm about to break down. This guy right here, Lewis Payment. Thank you very much, Lewis. Last person. He sent 22, smart man, and he born 322. Go ahead, Lewis. Smart man. And everybody, when you're born on a certain frequency, let's say you're born on the 1st or the 31st of any month to the 31st of any month, because that number, your birth date, is your personal number, you can actually personalize it for yourself. So say you were born on the 14th of any month. Say he's born on the 22nd of any month. Do things in 22 days, 22 weeks, 22 months, 22 years. The 22nd of any month, 14 days, 14 weeks, 14 months, 14 years of any month. Do it on the first day, first month, first week, first month, first of any month, in any year, 10 years. Do things in 10 years. Have a 100-year plan. Always work within your personal number. That helps to align you with what you want to do, and you're staying connected to your power number, because your power numbers are usually connected to the birth date that you're born on. So when you do a session with me, I give you your power numbers and your power days and your power months and your challenge numbers and challenge days and challenge months. Myself and Lloyd does this. So when you do a full session with me, that's what I do for you. So you'll know how to navigate and how to synchronize yourself so you can have a better outcome. And sometimes the outcome can be up, sometimes the outcome can be down, but it's how you handle it when it comes. You know you aligned yourself and you did the best you can. So even if it went down, it won't last as long as it would probably in your challenge months and days, but your power or your most favorable numbers and days can help you to understand it a little bit more. And maybe you didn't do enough studies. Maybe you didn't do enough to set yourself up to be successful. Maybe it's all about aligning yourself up. That's why I tell people this is not fortune telling. This is paying attention to patterns, cycles, and sequences, just like your meteorologists. We pay attention to cycles and patterns also, just like your meteorologist that's predicting weather. The majority of the time they get it right. Probably 5% of the time they get it wrong. It is what it is. It is what it is. But my job as a numerovator is not to predict whether you're going to live or die. So don't call me. One sister called me, do you know when I'm going to die? I'm not doing that. There are some numerologists that did it, some astrologers that did it. As a matter of fact, he was good at it. This guy was good at it. He predicted his own death. That's how crazy it was. He predicted his own death. This guy here, Kiro. This guy. He knew he was going to die in his critical cycle. And that makes sense because more than likely when people die, whether you get shot, killed, or drop out, or you die of heart attack, you usually die in your health cycles. You usually die in your transition cycles, usually die in your critical cycles, usually die in your challenge cycles. It makes sense. I can pick that up, but I'm not here to tell you when you're going to die. I'm not doing that. I know if I got deeper into it, I can pinpoint cycles because I'm paying attention to patterns, cycles, and sequences, and whether it's 10 years or 2 years from now, I can alert people and say, yo, just be a little bit more mindful when moving so you don't get caught up in any crossfire somewhere in your life so it doesn't take you out of here or get you sicker or put you in a hospital or all of a sudden you got hit by a car. You know what I'm saying? There's cycles, and astrology is really good at that. That's why I love what Raku does with his cosmophysics. But and Raku, I remember Raku calling me and said, yo, you don't do predictive numerology? I touch on it a little, but that's not my forte. My forte is to numerovate you, using your numbers to motivate you to be better. That's all I want you to do. Because if we make more better people, we can make a better world. Put a number 1 in the chat if you agree with that. If we make better people, we can make a better world. If we make better people, we can make a better world. That's all I want. That's all I wish for all of you out there, because I wish that for myself. I wish that for all of you out there, because I wish that for myself. Be better. Not trying to be perfect. Perfect has its limitation. When you're perfect, what else are you going to do from there? Become not perfect so you can try to be perfect again? Just better your best. Keep on bettering your best. Keep on bettering your best. It's not going to be perfect, but keep on bettering your best. That's all I keep on telling people. Better your best. All right. Last but not least, let me help this guy out. Lewis. You're born 3/22/1983. We already see the master number. Master number equal number 4. I put the number 4 there, although most numerologists will never take down the number 4. They never want to convert. They never want to convert the master numbers in certain systems, or certain numerologists will never convert the 22 to a number 4. But what I've noticed in my studies since 1989, I've been studying this stuff officially. 1989, 1990, when I first bought my first numerology book, Helen Hitchcock's book. Then I bought Lloyd's book. But when I first started studying this, I noticed that master numbers sometimes go to the lower octave because they don't understand their master. Let me say that again. Any master number, person that's born on the 11th or the 22nd of the month, or even born on the 10th, the 20th, or the 30th of the month, or have the number 33 or 44 in their name or their frequency, I always slash it off with the lower frequency of it, because not everybody knows, or not everybody that is a master number becomes or is able to handle the master number responsibility. So sometimes they automatically drop to a number 4. They might automatically drop to a number 2. They might automatically drop to a number 6, because the 4 is reminding you that you have to discipline yourself to be the master that you want to be. You have to discipline yourself to be the master that you want to be. That's how it works. So people automatically drop from 22 to 44, 22 to number 4 until they're ready to handle the responsibilities of the master number 22. With great power comes great responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. And if you're not ready to wield that power with responsibility, then you should go right to the 4 and stop playing. Because the 4 will help you build up. It'll help you construct. It'll help you discipline yourself. It'll help you align. It'll help you stay in an alignment until you reach your master number 22. It could take a year. It could take 2 years. It could take 10 years. It could take 22 years. That's what I've realized in my studies over the years. And because your alignment number is a number 25, you have to observe. You have to listen keenly to your spirit so you can move and navigate better. The number 7 says you have to research. In order for that to be the law of attraction, you have to do the deep dive research within yourself and see if whatever you're attracting to yourself is important to you and will help you develop this master number, because that's your alignment number. And the alignment number 25, which is the 7, is an endurance number. It's a strength number. It's an experience number, but it's a law of attraction number, but tells you need to research and dig deep. Don't take nothing on face value. And in order for you to be a master, you have to be able to master all the components, because this is a master builder number. And if you add it all up, it adds up to 2008. That adds up to a number 10, which is a 1. So if you're observing and researching and attracting what you need, and you're willing to masterfully build it, then you will become the leader of it and be a wheel of fortune in whatever you do, because the 2 + 0 + 8 = 10, which is the wheel of fortune energy. Whether you're doing good or bad, then you become the leader, the paradigm shifter. That's why A friend of mine is born the same day you born. I see the Duke of Tears, who is going to happen to be at Brother Rich's event. He's going to be one of the speakers at Brother Rich's event on August the 11th. Duke of Tears, I see the Duke of Tears is born March 22nd. I see the Duke of Tears, good friend of mine. I just bought his book the other day. I think I be playing with this. I just bought this man's book. I said the Duke of Tears book. This is my man. This is my man. 100 grand. I used to promote for him and produce events for him. He born March the 22nd, and he's doing masterful work online. He's a doctor in international law. He got his PhD. Because when a master number is disciplined, they take it to another level. And he did his research, he did his study, he endured. And that's what you're supposed to do, sir. That is what you're supposed to do. And then when you align all of that together, as you're getting older, because the year number starts to kick in as you're getting older, 19, when you add that 1983 equals 21. That's the initiation number I've been telling everybody about. Anytime that 21 number shows up, that's initiation and determination. So you got to go through some stuff to get to some stuff, but you got to be willing to express it, expand on it, and turn your pain, pleasures, and passion into profit. I'm done. I'm done. My brothers and sisters, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for allowing me to be on. I want to thank everybody for really joining me today. I told people that was going to be my last one. I told people that that was going to be my last one. And that was going to be my last one. Anybody that paid, anybody that sent anything after, if you're willing to do that's why it's scrolling on the bottom. People are not looking at the scroll on the bottom. Do not circulate any more funds. I am about to close down broadcast. Appreciate you all. And but this person named Kwame, Kwame, you see, because I know England people are very meticulous, and I see he's born under meticulous numbers. And he's the type of person that will go to PayPal and ask for his money back and then put me in all kind of bull crap. Because I know how these people from England do. They did it to me a few times because they came on the live late and didn't hear me. And because he's born on that 8-4 energy or that 4-8 energy, I'm gonna break down a little something about, because I know how they can be. I have family from England, my family from Jamaica, they live in England. I know how they did. They can be very meticulous about their stuff. And they will go on PayPal and go and fight. That's why they did it to me. I don't trust none of y'all in England. I really don't. Not anymore. I don't trust none of y'all in England because y'all did that to me twice. And because y'all come on late and you're not reading and seeing the scroll on the bottom what I'm doing. I said I was closing out, but for you, that's the last time. I'm not taking anybody else. Like I said, once it happened to me 3 times, that's enough for me. That's enough for me, believe me. Then I have to tell PayPal this and all that because people came in late and they sent money and they didn't get what they want. And it's only been through England. Something about them people in UK. And I got family out there. And I'm not afraid to say that. I love my brothers and sisters in UK. But if you come on late and you didn't see this scrolling on the bottom, this is what I had scrolling on the bottom. Don't circulate any more funds. I'm about to close down the broadcast. Appreciate you all. That's what was scrolling on the bottom. But people know I read nothing. They don't know I read anything, But since you came on late, and I don't trust anybody in England no more. I really don't. Really don't. Now, either you're born 8-4 or 4-8, because I know y'all do it like the Caribbeans. More than likely, you're born in the 4th month on the 8th day. Again, People born on the 4th and the 8th of any month can be very weird with their communication. And they have to make sure they repeat themselves more than one time. They got to make sure they repeat themselves more than one time because they can be very weird with the communicate and they get misunderstood. See how they was just, he ain't read what I was scrolling on the bottom. So he attracted the misunderstanding energy. And I see that. And that's why I said, let me do this real quick because he only sent $5.55. I don't know. It's beautiful. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But again, when you're born under that April the 8th energy, because of the 4 and the 8, those are two malefic numbers against each other in the Western hemisphere. But on the Eastern hemisphere, they're very supportive of each other if you know how to communicate, because 8 plus 4 equals 12. And that's one of the communication numbers. You have to be able to communicate. Because if you don't communicate clearly, it won't work. And because you're born under that energy, and your whole life path adds up to a number 3 also, you need to speak and master communication. You're born the same day as Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki was born April the 4th, the one who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he tell you, you could tell he was bad at communicating because sometimes he'll cuss you out, he'll get angry. That's Robert Kiyosaki. He don't tolerate too much bullcrap. And I understand that just by looking at his numbers. The one who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a certain way. So I'm telling you, if you want to be successful and have multiple streams of income, you got to be willing to express yourself. You got to be willing to strive and have multiple streams of income. You can't settle for one income. And I implore you, because you have an alignment number 12, which is a 3, and you have a life path number when you add it all across, I don't even have to go to the board with it. I know what I'm doing. Life path number 3, you're supposed to turn your pain, pleasures, and passion into profit, but you got to write it out. You got to draw it out. You got to have a vision board. And I'm talking to you, Kwame. You have to have a vision board. Because if you don't have a vision board for what you want to do, then you don't have a vision at all. And because you have that 4 and 8 energy, like I said, I don't even have to go to the board, and I'm just erasing my board. And because you have that 4 and 8 energy, those two numbers are the number of discipline, order, structure. And if you're not willing to stay disciplined, order, and structure, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and mentally, then you're going to have controversy. Then you're going to have problems. When in actuality, you're supposed to expand in the glory of who you are through your discipline, order, and structure. That's how this works. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be strong, be focused. Remember, numerology is not psychic. Numerology pays attention to patterns, cycles, and sequences throughout your life, so you can be the best in navigation. It's like a GPS. It triangulates what's going on in your life and take you to where you got to go if you're willing to go. But if you're willing to be complacent and lazy, numerology will not work for you. Astrology will not work for you. Any religious system will not work for you, because Jesus don't want lazy people around him, nor did Muhammad, and nor did Moses. If you're religious, they didn't want lazy people around them either. So it will not work if you're lazy, shiftless, hard-headed. It will not work for you. But if you're open and you're willing to use it for what it is, it's here to guide you and help you to navigate to be your best in the best of yourself and be the best you can in this realm. We all came here, we born in this realm to die one day. We will all transition from this planet. It's what you do between that time, between life and death, is what matters. Whether they're going to put, here lies such and such, and he did nothing, or she did nothing. Here lies such and such, and he did everything he wanted to do in this life. He left books. He left audio. He left this. He left that. He left his name, his energy on this planet to let people know that he was here or she was here. Michael Jackson, without a doubt, left this planet with his energy here. Prince left his energy here. Billie Holiday left her energy here. Frances Cress Welsing left her energy here. Fannie Lou Hamer left her energy here. Martin Luther King left his energy here. Coretta Scott King left her energy here. Betty Shabazz left her, Nzinga left her energy, left her energy here. Their energy is here. They left it on pyramid walls and ancient temples and in books and everything. They left it. You just want to leave something behind. You want to leave something behind. Listen to that last song in the movie The Accountant with Ben Affleck. The last song in the movie called "Leave Something Behind." I just came to leave something behind. That's what his name of the song. Leave something behind. Do not leave this planet without leaving something on this planet. I got 5 books now. My 5th one is about to be released after all the stuff is cleared up. I'm gonna leave at least 10 books on this planet before I leave here. I'm gonna leave at least 10 books. I'm gonna leave all these lessons on YouTube if it's still up. I'm gonna leave all these lessons. The AI, everybody gonna grab it. I know what this is. But as long as I left something, y'all gonna know King Simon 50 to 100 years from now. And if I die and I come back, I'm gonna read my own goddamn books. When I die, I come back. If I have to come back, I'm gonna read my own goddamn books. That's how I feel. So family, on that note, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be great at whatever you do. Be strong in whatever you do. Be healthy in whatever you do. And remember, just make sure you do what you came to do. And if you can't do that, then pass it on to your children and tell them to do what they came to do and stop holding them back. Because they're watching you. Your children are watching you. And no matter how good a dad I was and how bad a dad I was because I wasn't in their life and all that, they gonna know that their father came and did some goddamn work. And I didn't work for anybody to do it. I had to do it for myself. I ain't come here to play. I ain't come here to play. So they cannot talk to me if they don't want to. But I tell my children, hey, and I post this in our chat. I said, look, like Dr. B says, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection. And I am thankful for my life. I forgive myself, my family, and others because obviously I've hurt people and they've hurt people and we've hurt people and hurt people. But now it's time to heal through forgiveness. I had to heal through forgiving myself. That's why I don't have too much gray, because I'm not stressed anymore about that. Not stressed with it anymore. Not stressed about who's talking to me, who's not talking to me, who's robbing from me, who's not robbing from me, who's gonna support me, who's not supporting me. I don't give a damn whether my family support me or not. I'm gonna leave something behind, and they're gonna know who I am before I leave this planet. Everybody gonna know. I just forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection. And I'm thankful for my life because it allows me to keep on doing what I got to do. And like Dr. Blair says, please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be safe. Be wonderful. I'm getting ready to close out with this beautiful music in the background. And you take care of yourself. All right? Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
King Simon, I love him. He's family, and he has one of the top shows on the Forbidden Knowledge TV network, actually.
That's right.
So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't.
Yeah, this show is called, it was really based on Numerovation. It's a numerology show, and it's called How to Calculate Your Destiny.
Yes.
By King Simon. He's the host of the show. The show has done so well, we're now getting ready to start working on filming season 2. All right, so King Simon, one of the top shows on Forbidden Knowledge TV, streaming TV platform.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful, when in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, numerovation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%, the poor or prosperous righteous teachers. You gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the classes.
little something about white history. Say how they condemn us throughout slavery. They say we were black and very ugly. I lie them a telling of them history. Cause black is beautiful, the whole of them agree. Then come out of the mountains and mix up with seed. Here we go, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, 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 it's white, white, white. But let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, black, it's white, white. But let we tell the story. May I will tell you a little truth about the black histories to the people who can hear and those who can see. We're the first to come up with anatomy to analyze the truth about the body. We're the first to come up with biology to analyze the lives in the society. We're the first to come up with Egyptology to construct the pyramids that you see. We're the first to come up with psychology to analyze the minds in the vicinity. We're the first to come up with musicology to put the rhythm on your soul and make it rock steady. Correction, my friends, with the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, 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 it's white, white, white. But let me tell the story. Yes, it's black, 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 it's white, white, white. But let me tell the story. Black and white story in my mind. Oh yeah. Say we have to analyze it. Black and white story in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. We yeah, we yeah. Black and white story in my mind. We yeah. Say we have to analyze it. May I go tell you a little something about white history. Say how they condemn us throughout slavery. They say we were black and very ugly. I lie them, I tell enough of them history. Cause black is beautiful, the whole of them agree. And come out of the mountains and mix up with sea. Here we go, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, 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 it's white, white, white. But let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, black, it's white, white. But let we tell the story. May I go tell you a little truth about the black history. It's for the people who can hear and those who can see. We're the first to come up with anatomy to analyze the truth about the way body. We're the first to come up with biology to analyze the life in our society. We're the first to come up with Egyptology to construct the pyramids that you see. We're the first to come up with psychology to analyze the minds in that vicinity. We're the first to come up with musicology to put the rhythm on your soul and make it rock steady. Correction, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, 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 it's white, white, but let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, 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 it's white, 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 but let we tell the story. Black and white story.